Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope everybody's fresh and happy and raring to go. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Weather wasn't exactly compliant for those who aren't in Calgary. We got snow yesterday morning. This is why I was saying all the time, bring your pots inside, don't leave them out. Anything that got left out overnight, Saturday night, Sunday morning, won't have been a happy plant. So yeah, I hope nobody lost anything. I hope everything was successful. You guys made it through. We are still in spring. It's still early days, so keep your eye on that weather. Again, it's meant to improve. Keep those plants getting hardened off. And we're gonna be awesome. To everybody who came and picked up your spider plants, that's awesome. We give away so many. We couldn't be happier. Some of you tagged us in posts. They went straight to our stories. We love that. We absolutely do. Keep it coming. Keep the backwards and forwards coming. We love it. I just want to let you guys know we've had some Wi-Fi issues here this morning. It might be happening around Calgary. So if we suddenly cut out, it's not me, it's you. No, I'm just kidding. It's our internet provider. They're a big company, so we won't name them. I'm so tempted, but I'm not going to because it's not their fault either. It's one of those things, we all know it. Without any further ado, let's get going here. I thought we would touch today on some common questions we get asked about houseplants and problems. If you remember, we discussed houseplant pests. Houseplant disease is a lot more limited than houseplant pest, and that's simply because of the quarantine and limiting the spread, etc., etc. So, you know, if somebody gives you a plant and it's covered in webbing, you know pretty much that that plant has got spider mite. Disease can be tougher to see, and a common one we get a lot is root rot and stem rot. So, root rot and stem rot, a lot of people think it's caused by too much water. Now, too much water is not ideal. That comes with its own laundry list of problems. But too much water isn't actually the cause. It does make a perfect breeding ground for it, but it's actually caused by a fungus. And we'll get to the roots in a second. What you'll notice primarily on stem rot is you've got a healthy stem, and remember what we said, you know, you've got your cell wall, other things happening in here, chlorophyll, mitochondria, all that boring stuff. But you've got your healthy stem wall, and then there's your stem, it's sitting in the soil, and everything is great. Well, what you'll notice with stem rot is quite often you'll see a girdling or a circling line just like that, at or slightly above the soil level. And what's happening essentially is that that fungus is working against the cell wall and it's causing the stem to break down. Now, I've had this on a number of plants because with any pathogen like this, they are infectious. They can indeed be passed from plant to plant. And what you'll often see is a normal stem that stands up and it's nice and straight, and you've got a multi-stem plant. Well, then suddenly a stem goes and it comes over. When you look at it, you'll notice it can be very white and sickly. You'll see that black or brown girdle. And I did this for illustration. Don't look for a big, thick black line. It's normally very, you know, faded. It's not as pronounced as this. And what you'll see is the stems are coming over. And what that is it's a fungal disease that's infecting it. It's also the same with the roots. If you're noticing this kind of thing going on, you notice your plant isn't doing good. I selected this plant here. One, it's a pretty plant. Two, if you have to low-key give a gift and you want to insult somebody, you can give them a pepper face, right? How awesome is that? Hey, pepper face, there's your plant. Anyway, I don't know what that means, but there you have it. And you can always do an inspection and just, again, gently give a squeeze, support your plant, tip, and lived out. Nothing wrong with those roots. Nothing wrong at all. Look all the way around, they're white, they're great. But what you will notice on a plant that has root rot, you've got your plants like that, then you've got black roots coming off it. What you can do, same with the stems, same with the roots. Prune them off below the fungus line. Get rid of them, they're garbage. I wouldn't even put them in a compost. You want them gone. You don't want them around any other plants or any other house. Then what you may have to do is clean out all the excess soil. You don't want to take your plant fully down to bare root and put it in fresh soil and a fresh pot or sterilize this. We're going to get to sterilization at the end. Don't worry about that. If the plant is too far gone, you may need to discard and move on. The next common one that we get is powdery mildew. Powdery mildew, again, it's caused by a fungal growth. And what you will see is you've got a healthy leaf and it's all nice and green. Then you've got another leaf and it's got white spotches on it. You wipe them off, they go away, they come right back within hours a day. And that's powdery mildew. Powdery mildew in and of itself isn't going to kill your plant right away, but what it does is it inhibits any chance of photosynthesis. It can lead to other problems. It is going to weaken the plant. A weakened plant is more susceptible to other diseases and problems. Same with us. We do a lot better when we're healthy, when we're strong, when we're active. If we're tired, if we're weak, if we're sick with something, we're more susceptible to other illnesses. Exact same with your plant. Now, powdery mildew, fortunately, is relatively easy to take care of. What you want to do is, same thing, clean out any leaves that have fallen, anything on your soil. You may want to replant, not as necessary as root rot. You may want to replant. Increase ventilation. Once you've got it cleaned, put a fan on it. Don't let those spores settle. Again, you might have to quarantine. We're going to touch on that at the end. Clean any leaves that aren't too badly infected with a rubbing alcohol or a sulfur product. We've got them all here. That'll clean up your powdery mildew. Powdery mildew, you see it a lot outside. It is so easy to you're working on your tomato plants, you come in, you brush by your house plant, bam, you've transferred the spores, now you've got powdery mildew. It's very common. Fortunately, it's relatively easy to treat. Again, the sooner you catch it, the better. Best defense is a good offense. Keep your plant healthy and structurally sound. Now, and if I miss anything here, if you guys want to know more about it, shoot us a question. We'll answer it on Friday. Now, what we get here a lot of people come into Golden Acre and they take a plant. Again, hey, pepper face. And this is how the plant looks. And it's lovely green leaves, like this. But then, after a few months of it being at home, you'll notice tips browning or edges browning. Now the rest of the leaf is still a deep, deep, healthy green, but your edges and your tips are going brown. So the main reason why this is being caused is a buildup of salt and minerals in our water. I use tap water. Nearly every single one of my house plants has this. I don't really care that much. I grow them because I enjoy them. I'm not going to go out of my way to stop it. If you do, two very easy solutions. Use rainwater or distilled water. You won't get that buildup. The other thing is if you look at the soil, and unfortunately I didn't have a plant like this. I wish I had. You'll see a crusty buildup, and quite often you'll see it in the soil here or around the edge of a pot, okay? That salty buildup is a lot of salts from our water, from fertilizers. The plant isn't absorbing, and it's inhibiting the uptake of the nutrients and the minerals the plant needs. Again, it might be necessary to repot with fresh soil, change your watering habits, change your fertilizer to a cleaner one, a more organic one that has less salt. We can advise you on all of those. I love the Pro Mix line for that. We've got some other fertilizers and nutritions that are really great for that as well. So those are key problems that you're gonna see. And hey, look at this. I thought I had enough and I ran out of paper, but this is awesome because we're gonna use every last piece, okay? No waste around here. We're using every last piece. Clean. I can't stress this enough. If you guys remember about a month ago, I gave a little shout out on Friday. I'm gonna give another shout out today. Hi Carter, to our buddy Carter who watches. And Carter was growing an avocado seed. I thought I would grow one along with him, and I did. And it was doing great, and I made an unbelievable rookie mistake. Everything was clean, the avocado seed was clean, everything, the conditions it was in was perfect. The cup that I put it in, I took out of a cupboard and I didn't clean it. I put water in it, I put the seed in it. You know what happened? I got fungal growth on the seed. Total rookie mistake. Clean, clean, clean. Start clean, keep clean. And what I mean by that is, if you're upcycling a pot, which I do all the time, wash them, hot soapy water, really scrub them clean. If they've been infected, if you've got a plant that's had powdery mildew, you don't want to take the risk, get rid of it. Clean your tools, clean your snips. You can use a 10% bleach solution, so that's 9 parts water, 1 part bleach. Soak your tools for 30 minutes. I don't particularly like doing that. If your rubber handle gets in, it can start to deteriorate. Plus, I don't even know if I'm working on my plants 30 minutes from now. I like rubbing alcohol. It's instant. You open, you take a paper towel, wipe everything down, you're good to go. Wipe it down, you're good to go. So, always keep them clean. Sterilize the pots when you're upcycling. If you're taking this out, if this guy was infected, I take him out in this loose soil. Soil is garbage. Don't put it into your bucket where you've got all of your soil. You're gonna cross-contaminate. If a plant is sick, you see that it's sick, and you think you can save it, quarantine it. Get it into another room away from the other plants. If this has powdery mildew, I clean it all up, and I put my fan here. I've literally just blown all my powdery mildew straight onto this plant that might not have otherwise had it. So you want to quarantine, you want to clean. These guys great. I absolutely love these guys. Sorry, I just grabbed them for some stage. Hey look, it's like a mom and a son. It would have been way better for Mother's Day. These have literally no purpose to what I'm talking about. I just personally like them. So they're here. And those are plants here. Those are air plants. They are so cool. They're glued in with a plant glue, but they're actually rootless. They come from the rainforest. They love humidity. They don't need a lot of light. Gentle misting on them normally works, but I digress. So what you want to do is you want to keep everything clean. Wash things down. If you're not sure, get rid of it. Use fresh soil. Use a really good solid fertilizer and start strong. And that's going to be your best defense. And that applies to your outdoor plants. It applies to your lawn. It applies to anything you're growing, your veggies, everything. I see a lot of people put their stuff away at the end of the year and they don't clean it. Just because your tomato plant didn't get powdery mildew doesn't mean that there isn't spores there. Hose it down, wash it off, wipe it down. Start the spring clean and fresh and ready to go. I know there are more problems than that, but that's literally all we've got the time for. If you do have any questions, you want me to cover something, send it in, we'll answer on Friday. Congratulations to our peony winner again on Friday. We had so much fun giving that away, I can't wait for the next one. Congratulations on everybody who took home a spider plant. Jenny who won the pruners. We had a whole lot of fun last week. We got a whole lot of fun this week. Take care everybody, it's Monday. It's the third best day of the week, a week full of possibilities, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye everyone.